Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Take a second.
You start the other one.
So this video finds us in the pursuit of creating the ultimate Christmas chocolate by combining all of the nation's favourites. And I know what you're thinking, hold up, you are wild. You'd be right, you're right, we are. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you may be unaware, but my favourite thing to do is to make food ranking pyramids to cause internet drama. You didn't create that trend though, did you, Nikki? You just copied it. No, but I'm making it what it is. If you're not from the UK, you won't know this, and if you are from the UK, you're probably already eating them. We have Christmas chocolate tubs. This is a tub of roses. An empty tub of roses nonetheless, but it is a tub of roses. It turns out YouGov, which is like an analyst firm or it does stats and data, did a poll and they found out what everyone's favourite Christmas chocolate was. They selected 4 boxes: Quality Street, Cadbury Roses, Cadbury Heroes and Celebrations. We decided to combine all of the nation's favourites to see what that Franken chocolate would taste like. The idea sounds great. Execution, not so fun. Final product, well, we're yet to find out. The first step was buying all 4 of these chocolate tubs, and it's a harder task than you'd imagine. We've come to Lidl first because Mama didn't raise no fool. I know that it's cheaper here to buy everything I need, and I'm hoping that they have a pile of chocolate tubs. Am I excited? For some reason, we chose to visit the stores on Black Friday, which isn't a massive thing here in the UK unless you go to Lidl, because I had an Xbox One on offer, which was like £50 cheaper than elsewhere, so we went on the wrong day. We've walked straight in the shop and I picked up a box of roses, so 1 out of 3 done. Shall I get 2? No. We also picked up a cheap little discount there. £4 it was for the tub of roses. £1 cheaper than their competitors. So one of the main concerns we have is that in the Quality Street box and also the Heroes and the other ones, there are chocolates with like jam in, like fondant. No, we're not having that. Yes, we are. We have found an aisle with like luxury stuff, because Lidl does own brand stuff, but sometimes they do luxury brands, which is why they have roses. So we're gonna go down there now, but maybe we're gonna have to go to another supermarket. We'll find out. Speaking of luxury, let's go back to the Kinder Eggs and let's put another one in there. A Kinder Egg. Christmas was in full swing. We found panettone, we found Christmas decorations, we found Stollen, and a 3-nut peanut hazelnut almond butter. There was only one thing I was excited by there, and it wasn't the Stollen, it wasn't the panettone, and it wasn't the Christmas decoration, it was the nut butter. So it was the nut butter. Also, we don't get out much, so a trip to a supermarket, as you can see from this footage, is fun. Yeah, I was lucky to let Nikki carry the basket, weren't I? Celebrations, we don't have the tin, but we have a bag of Celebrations. I don't know the capacity of this, but I feel as though it is less than a tin. Aren't these like top-ups for... Well, yeah, I think that's probably the same size as the cardboard box. Resealable pouch. Who's going to reseal? Like, once I open that, it's getting eaten. The next step of the journey was to go to Sainsbury's, which was just around the corner, and that is where we found everything we needed. We should have just gone there first, really. We walked straight into Sainsbury's, and lo and behold, right in front of us, stacks of selection boxes. So we picked up the ones that we didn't have, put them into the basket and cried as we checked out on the till. There is a lot of chocolate available at Christmas. Things like Lindt, Toblerone, good. Walnut Whips, Terry's, it's not Terry's, it's mine, chocolate orange. Matchmakers, which if you ask me are sin, just like After Eights, because mint and chocolate together are not a good combination. A glass bowl for the melting of the chocolate, the bit that I am not looking forward to, because I will mess it up. Oh, that's the most exciting part. And ice cube trays, which we'll be using to make ice cube shaped chocolates that we'll rewrap. Let the fun begin. Once we bought all the chocolates, I wanted to know one thing, and that was how much of each chocolate is in each box. Well, we did the hard work for you. Starting with Heroes, we had 6 mini Whispers. We had 6 Fudge, which to me are the grossest one in the box. We had 8 Eclairs. There were 7 Dairy Milk Caramels, which was surprising to me. 7 Dairy Milk. Dairy Milk was made by an angel. It's a fact, actually. If you look at the ingredients, it includes angel footsteps. There were 7 Crunchy in the box, the twisted egg, and there were 8 of those. There were 6 12s, as well as Dinky Deckers, which are a smaller version of the double decker. And there were 9 of those, which to me is also surprising because they're new. I am a massive Cadbury fan, but when it comes to Christmas, Quality Street is the only path that leads directly to my heart. Quality. See what I did there? No. Path, street. Street and path are 2 different things. I thought it was a quality joke. There were 2 toffee pennies, which is fine by me because I hate them. But there were 2 broken bits of chocolate in the box that we can only assume are toffee fingers. However, if you put them together, it didn't make a full toffee finger, so my question is, where's the other 10th? There were 4 chocolate caramel brownies. I still have not had one because we melted them. There were 6 coconut eclairs. There were 5 caramel swirls, which again is controversial. Liquid caramel, gross. Toffee, that's fine, but if you're gonna be all goopy and gunky, I'm not interested. The orange crunch, and there were only 5 in this box. So we have 3 toffee fingers, but 4 if you count them broken in half, weird, left over. The most popular in the Quality Street box is called the purple one. It's got 5 in there. We're starting to get to the gross ones, the orange creme or cream. There are 9 orange creme in the box. My favourite one is the green triangle. If there's only 4 triangles, that's not even enough for a small family. No. The fudge one, I'll take it or leave it. It's normally there at the end. 7. Strawberry Delight were the next ones in the box, and there were 9. Ugh, disgusting. According to the YouGov rating of Quality Street, purple one, green triangle, and caramel swirl, Strawberry Delight is 4th. Why? There's no delight in that strawberry. That's disgusting. The last one in the box was my favourite one, and it's the choc block. And there were 5. Roses have gone through a little bit of a facelift recently. They used to be in little unwrapped packets, but now they're in foil wraps. It's fine, we can move past it. There were 9 caramel in the Roses box. Again, kind of gross, don't like them. One of my favourites in this selection is the signature truffle, and we had 4 of those. Then we had the golden barrel, and there were 8. Dairy milk is making an appearance in this box as well, and there are only 4. Then we had the hazel whirl, there were 6. Fudge is making an appearance, everyone's least favourite, or at least it should be, and there were 9 of those. Another gross one, the tangy orange creme, and there were 5. There were 4 strawberry dreams in this Roses box. I like to refer to them as the strawberry nightmares. Hazel and caramel, and there were 6. The last is the celebrations, and bearing in mind it was a pouch and not a box, we have to take a little pinch of salt when it comes to the variation. Milky Way, everyone's favourite chocolate when they're a kid. There were 7 of these in here. We had 6 Snickers, which are my favourite in the box. Mars, one of the most popular ones apparently. There were 7 in this tub. Everyone's favourite, which is the Malteser Teasers, and there were 5. The Food of Sin, it is the Bounty Bar. My favourite. You're wrong. Unfortunately, there were 5 bounties in this box. I'd replace that with 5 of anything else. Galaxy Caramel, my least favourite chocolate in this selection. Actually, there's not many I like. There were 4. Then we had the plain Galaxy, and I love a Galaxy. I don't know why I did a normal accent. One that I do love is the Twix, and there were 6. The next step was to separate out the chocolates from one another. So what we decided to do, this is a place of logic here, is the ones that had a filling that might contaminate or go weird if we heated it up, we put aside. So you've just walked in on me separating out the pure chocolates from the chocolates that are mudblood. We have got fudges in here, we've got crunchy bits. Probably, is the hazelnut whirl going in the pure chocolates, or is it going in the chocolates with corruption? Because it is just a firm chocolate. The simple rule is you squeeze it and it gives, it's not solid chocolate. That's I really want to eat it. We definitely removed the fondants because that would mess up combining the chocolates. Ew. You'd have like weird strawberry streaks, and I'm not here for that. We slowly added the chocolate to the glass bowl, bit by bit, because I didn't want to make it impossible to melt. But at the same time, actually what did happen is it started to cook to the bottom, so we added the entire tub at once. Oh, okay. There was a very curious burning smell at some point. I'm not sure how that happened when there was no open flame near the chocolate, but I continue to amaze myself in the kitchen. The smell was incredible. It smelled, overwhelmingly, it smelled like dairy milk. It smelled so good. And one thing we started to realise is that the overpowering chocolate combination in this was Cadbury, because the others are Mars and Nestlé, and there were less of those. So what we smelled the most was the dairy milk from Cadbury. Oh my God, this looks insane. I want to put every part of my body in this chocolate right now. What we could see was not much. Like, it was just a chocolatey blob in a bowl, but there were bits of crunchy floating around and Malteser teaser. Take a second. Can we just take a second? Apparently, according to the YouGov poll, caramel sweets rated very highly in the selection of in the boxes. I can't stand caramel sweets. I think they're gross and sinful. As we were stirring using the plastic utensil so it didn't seize up, caramel strands were attaching themselves to the spoon. So the melting process was something that in my head was going to be a lot of fun, but in reality it was messy. Chocolate got everywhere, up my arm for some reason, even onto my elbow. I got some on the wall. But anyway, did you? The next step after melting them was to put them in the fridge. We separated the chocolate out into different ice cube trays and then put them in the fridge, not the freezer, because sometimes if you freeze chocolate too quickly, it can go really brittle, and we didn't want that.
No.
And also, we had to make sure the chocolate was in an airtight container because fridges are humid and they can make chocolate go gross. Apparently they're humid. I mean, I've never seen a fridge humid before. So be proud of us because we did our research. I'm not gonna brag, but I think this is one of the best ideas that I have ever had. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. The next step in our grand plan, it was to cut the chocolates small enough so we could wrap them back up in the Quality Street wrappers. This is because we wanted to present them to unknowing victims so we could get their verdict. And the only way we could do that is to use the Quality Street wrappers. Only halfway through did I realise I ripped most of them. It's several hours later. We have retrieved our, well, I don't know what you would call this. Dog poops in a tray. It's safe to say this doesn't look appetising. So you can see we have chocolate, but we also have this weird caramelly. I'm assuming it's the caramel, but it might also be some nougat from, or the Mars. Did we put Mars bars in? I can't remember. Oh, that was easy. I don't. That's. Oh, what is that? It's very shiny. That's so impressive. Oh, jeez. That's way too big. I don't want to cut that in half because it looks so good. I will tidy it up though because like they're not perfect. 'Cause it looks damp and it is damp, but it's frozen. That's the caramel. I think that one must be pure caramel. It smells like caramel. So one of the chocolates had a very wet, soggy bottom. Not quite sure why. Gave it a wipe and it seemed fine after that. Mary Berry would not have been impressed. Paul Hollywood was turning in his grave. He's not dead, so I don't know why I said that. I've had a tour of the Cadbury factory twice, and each time it was a spiritual experience for myself, and I left there feeling dirty. This one smells like pure Cadbury. Like all the Cadbury is the overwhelming smell that I'm getting from these, and it's kind of like it's gonna be as thick as like a Toblerone. And you can see the caramel here is like solidified. I don't think that you need to make yours any smaller. I think they're the perfect size, but mine are small. Mine are small mountains. I'm seeing a lot of crunchy pieces. I think they're either from the crunchy or they're from the what's it called? The orange crunch? And maybe they're from the Malteser teasers because we put a few of those in. What we noticed as we were cutting them actually is that the biscuits from the Twix or the bits from the crunchy and the Maltesers kind of didn't separate out evenly. No. They would just float into maybe one or two of them. If anything, this is a lesson in life. Sometimes you're not supposed to combine all the things you love. That's really sad. Oh, they smell amazing. This has actually quite a nice pattern on it. It looks like a seashell. And I think that's because that's the cling film that I put over the top of it. The last and final step was to find ourselves some unknowing victims, and we decided to choose our parents. Don't worry, this is strictly legal. They birthed us. Well, one of them did. The other one didn't have much of a role in it. Okay, so we've just got back to our family's house. I've told them I need to show them something on camera really quick. So Sammy is getting the box of chocolates and we're going to get their live reaction on camera. I'm joined by a cat. This cat is not my parents' cat, it just lives in this house. These are our parents. Jackie and Darren. We want you to react to these, tell us what you think when you eat one. Whatever you like.
I like toffee.
No, they're all the same. They're all the same. That's what I will tell you. Knowing that we've done YouTube for such a long time, I think they probably thought we was about to feed them something really gross. They were expecting the worst. I don't know why. Talk to me about the flavours. What are you thinking?
Right. That's like
I'm a bit
coconut
concerned
one.
about eating them at the moment, just in case.
Put it in your mouth and eat it.
Crunchy. Coconut, orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anything
Nice.
else?
No.
Just tastes like normal chocolate,
Yeah.
to be honest, that one.
Oh.
No.
Bit chewy.
But not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Interesting.
Oh, bit of orange, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you could describe what flavours you had, you can have another one.
Terry's chocolate orange taste.
Okay.
It was a bit chewy. It wouldn't normally be crunchy like that.
Quite rich.
Yeah, very rich.
This one's nice, got a finger mark on the bottom.
Well, they all taste the same.
Yeah.
But the difference is they're
Oh, a
definitely
bit
different.
fudge in that one, but
Yeah. That's nice, you know.
Definitely different texture though.
Mm.
They're chewy.
So these were made with a combination of all of the top Christmas chocolates available in the UK. We've got Quality Street Roses, Heroes and Celebrations. All of these solid chocolate ones melted down because we wanted to come up with a chocolate. If these were rated by YouGov, we wanted to come up with the ones that were essentially the best. So this is everything that you described.
What, and
We've
you've
got-
melted them down?
Yep.
They're alright, actually.
So that should be good.
They all taste the same though.
I thought I was going to be sick or something.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a horrible flavour.
Blue mouth.
You
or...
expect so little of us.
Well, no. Just I thought it was doing a bush tucker trial.
So
I think they're better than the other ones.
Well, 'cause
they are actually nicer. They're
because
not
I don't like orange flavoured normally.
don't call it
What?
caramel there. See?
I like caramel.
Yeah, that's caramel.
No, it's not.
So we are finally going to try, after a couple of days of waiting, our chocolate combination.
Honestly, they smell amazing.
Oh, God, it hit me hard.
It almost smells like it's gone Super Saiyan mode, and the chocolate smell is twice what it was before they were combined. It's not as set as you would buy it in the shop. Obviously, because we're not a manufacturing line.
Yeah, so get off my back. Okay, that's good.
It's really good.
Actually, it's like a richer dairy milk.
No, mine doesn't taste like that at all.
Let me divulge to you what I've discovered. I think the initial hit is dairy milk, but then you get like the Quality Street undertaste. I'm gonna have to have another one.
This Franken chocolate is incredible. I think what I'm getting is caramel mixed into the chocolate, which to me is better than when caramel's inside a chocolate. So I'm getting the Cadbury Dairy Milk mixed with the Quality Street, but actually the Quality Street isn't the flavour I'm getting, it's the caramel flavour like laced through it. And it is good. I actually think there should be a collab between Nestlé and Cadbury on this one, because this is good for the health of the world.
We have potentially discovered the next step in chocolate evolution. I am pleased to say that our hard work has created the ultimate Christmas chocolate. I need to be sure, so I'm gonna eat more of it. They don't look good, but they taste amazing.
What is exciting though, is you don't know what you're gonna get. It's a bit like eating Revels, because you've got the chocolate here. This one didn't have anything in it, but the last two had either nut in it or crunchy. Would I say that this was a success? Absolutely. This
100%.
is a resounding success for the world of chocolate going forward, but also the world in general.
I'm proud of me.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed our Franken chocolate journey. I know that I did, and so did my taste buds. And
Should we have done it?
Probably not.
Did I enjoy it?
Absolutely. Let us know if you had to combine 3 food items, what would they be, why, and what do you think they would taste like? Because this is something I want to do going forward, maybe every day. Like, I'll make a sandwich that's cheese.
If you're at home and your parents have bought selection boxes, why don't you try this experiment yourself? Don't tell them you're doing it. Rewrap the chocolates and then potentially infect them with E. coli.
Yeah, melt all of their chocolate. I'm sure they'll love you for it.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you press the subscribe button and the bell notification button next to it so you don't miss any future postings on this channel.
And the thumbs up, because a thumbs up is always good for us.
We'll be replying to you guys in the comments, so make sure you let your opinion be known. I'm sure you're all controversial when it comes to chocolate. The red ones should go to hell.
And so should the fudge. If you disagree, let us know and we'll have an argument in the comments.